Good blessings, my brothers and sisters in this truth. It's a battle every day. We gotta endure to the end. And that for that enduring to the end, we will have eternal happiness, eternal life. It's a beautiful thing. We gotta pick up that sword out the mud. It's time to come back home. It's time to come back home. That's why we out here lost. Falling for all this false sense of security, leaning on our own understanding, refusing the scriptures, but leaning on our own understanding. Do what thy will. Aleister Crowley. Researching. Know your enemy. This little information I ran into though, it was about Cartman joining Nambla, little South Park Comedy Central entertainment they was presenting to the audience of pretty much any age. But yeah, man, it says Cartman joins Nambla is the 5th episode of the 4th season of the animated television series South Park, and the 53rd episode of the series overall. It originally aired in the United States on June 21st, 2000 on Comedy Central. In the episode, Cartman, in search of more mature friends, accidentally joins North American Man-Boy Love Association, Nambla, and puts all the boys of South Park in jeopardy as a result. Meanwhile, Kenny tries to stop his mother and father from having another baby. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of hit the points in this plot. But Cartman decides he is too mature to hang out with Stan, Kyle, and Kenny after Cartman disapproves of poor couples. Kenny, like Kenny's parents, having more children, so he starts to look for older male friends in the internet chat room. He stumbles upon the topic, men who like young boys. That's sick. That's sick. They preying on the innocence of your child, as you see they say. He stumbles across the topic, men who like young boys, and talks to some eager men whom Cartman believes wants to be friends with him. So they totally taking advantage of presenting positivity from a male figure besides the mom and dad in the home. You see, they come in that form, and then they come in this innocent form, wolf in sheep's clothing. And then what's so subliminal about it is Cartman being innocent in this situation is falling for the fact that men who like young boys, thinking like, hey, maybe these guys is like young boys, but not thinking in a sexual form, just thinking in an innocent form, like a role model type. That's sick. That really is. You know how they flip it around like that, and they just show it to you in real life, like, because this is what it is, and this is the seed that they planting in adults' minds and children's minds, and to accept lawlessness and no respect for themselves, no respect for having order in the system, taking advantage of something that's presented in a good form you know, but behind that good form is an ulterior motive. You know, that's twisted. That's twisted. You know, once again, you know, we all, it's like what they say, you know what I mean? It's like we in that frogs in the pot, slowly turning up the heat. You know, frogs stay in there and just die. You know, they not understanding the concept of the temperature around them because they adapting to it instead of standing out, instead of realizing, hey, it's hot. Hey, Joe, it's hot. It's time to make a move. Nah. Everybody leaning on their own understanding in the pot. Hence, by the time that pot gets to boiling, it's too late. Didn't heed the warnings. But yeah, man, back to the article. It says, in reality, they are actually internet predators who prey on young boys. Sick, man. You know what I mean? It's foul. You know, and this is a form of entertainment on Comedy Central, you know, to the mass audience. You know, this stuff is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna browse through that when it's talking about Mr. McCormick having another baby. And it says, here we go. Cartman meets a pedophile who goes by the internet handle Tony316 at Mel's Diner. Much to Cartman's anger, he ends up arrested for soliciting sex from a minor. The next day, Cartman goes to meet a Mr. Hammerhead. Man, that's sick, man. You dig? That's just, man, look. Who to Cartman's surprise turns out to be Mr. Garrison, who is also arrested. Cartman naively concludes that Stan and Kyle are behind his new mature friends getting arrested. Despite Kenny's first effort, his mother gets pregnant anyway. Okay, that's more of some, you know, some blase blah. That's about the other plot, you know, in the cartoon. Let's get back to Cartman. It says Cartman goes to see Dr. Mephisto about where he might find mature friends. Dr. Mephisto advises Cartman to join an organization known as Nambla, saying, "You look about right." Come on, man. However, the Nambla that Dr. Mephisto is referring to is a fictional club for men. You see that falseness they threw in there? You know, because we all know it's real. It's not fictional. So they plant the seed and then just disguise it in comedy form. Like, oh, it's a joke. It's really fictional. You know, it's twisted, man. It's sick, man. That's devious, man. That's some conniving, man. Look. Man, look. I'm trying to tell you, wake up. It's right here. It's right here. Research. You know, getting these scriptures. Make your stand. You know, make your stand. You feel me? Don't let your kids watch this, man. Don't let your be very, very, very cautious on what your children are partaking in. And I know it's hard. You know, I'm a parent myself. You know, and my wife is very hard. You know, with working and all that, it's extremely hard. You know, the form of entertainment, they know this too is almost like our little relaxed time is when they turn on the game or, you know, whatever they, you know, watch a little football or whatever. But you know, let's get back to this real quick. Let's go on. This video going a little longer than what I was planning on. But where was I at? It says yeah, here we go. It's a fictional club for men who look like Marlon Brando. The North American Marlon Brando lookalikes. Cartman finds the North American Man Boy Love Association, asked to join, and is made their poster boy. The organization joins to hold a banquet in Cartman's honor and asks him to invite all the boys in town. Cartman does so, with the exception of Stan and Kyle. Federal officials haven't learned that Nambla is a meeting at South Park raided their venue. However, they discovered that they have raided the wrong Nambla meeting. Y'all notice that? It says they discovered that they have raided the wrong Nambla meeting. Like there's a right Nambla meeting, you know, like, you know, it's sick, man. You see how they keep twisting it, you know what I mean? Like there's a, you know what I mean? Like there's a better Nambla, you know, it's crazy, man. This is foul. You know, it's straight out of bounds, man. For real, straight out of pocket. You know what I mean? For real. For real. But it says they raided the wrong Nambla meeting, that of Dr. Mephisto's group. The FBI teams up with Marlon Brando lookalikes and rushes to stop the other Nambla's banquet. It says, at the Nambla's banquet, all the boys in town, including Stan and Kyle, who are also invited, are in attendance. The boys are unaware of what is in store for them until the pedophiles take them to their hotel rooms, after which the boys run screaming into the halls. The Marlon Brando lookalikes and the federal officers arrive at the hotel, and a madcap chase with the boys, both Namblas running naked, and the feds ensues. Kenny, still chasing after his mother and now being chased by his father, joins in. Cartman decides that Butters should be the sacrificial lamb for the pedophiles to have their way with. Wow. Wow. And they put that sacrificial lamb in there, you know. While Butters is sent into empty room and leaves unharmed, Mr. McCormick enters a room to search for Kenny, only to find Nambla's pedophile, who somehow mistake him for a little boy and proceed to gang rape him. Man, look at here, man. Sick. In the end, all of the North American Man-Boy Love Association members are arrested by the FBI. The leader of Nambla tries to weasel his and the other members' way out of jail time by giving out a speech. How ironic. Equating pedophilia with being an oppressed minority, and that they simply cannot help their sexual attraction to young boys. It nearly works as an FBI agent. You hear that? It nearly works as an FBI agent seemed to be buying his stance, but Stan and Kyle retort at this by stating that while they believe in tolerance and equality for all, pedophiles are criminals who molest children who should never endure sex at such a young age and therefore deserve to be treated as such, as the pedophiles are taken away to custody. Cartman backhandedly apologizes to his friends, including Butters, for almost getting them raped, assuring that they will blossom into maturity someday. The raped Mr. McCormick is loaded into the ambulance, which accidentally goes into reverse and runs over Kenny, killing him instantly. You know, a little blase blah. It says, it's just sick, man. You know, this is sick. It really is. You know, but this is what it's about. It's right here. Please stay sharp. You know, stay on, man, look, stay on your square. You know, and that's the word of the Most High. You know, they pushing. Man, y'all stay prayerful and keep your lamps filled with light.